Everyone, and welcome to the MGM Grand. We're here for the Pac-12 Basketball Tournament. I'm Tyson, Alger. I'm joined here by Connor Letourneau. It's obviously tournament time. It's the one before the big one, or whatever one you end up going to. I think the Ducks and Beavers might be going to different ones. But it's NCAA tournament time. It begins tomorrow night. Oregon State's going to be taking on Colorado. The Ducks will be playing the winner of that matchup. It's going to be a fun week.
It's going to be a very fun and important week for these two teams, especially for Oregon State, I think, because it's really make or break for them with their postseason hopes. As of now, if they don't win another game, I don't think they're going to be able to make the NIT. Talked to a couple bracketologists yesterday. Looks like they need at least 2 more wins to really stake a spot in that NIT. And that's going to be tough because if they beat Colorado tomorrow night, then they face the Ducks, which are probably the hottest team in the Pac-12.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty tough kind of matchup for the Beavers. But then again, I would say probably out of all of the scenarios that they could have had, that might potentially be the most possible way for them to get through there. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. It's probably not going to happen. But Oregon State has played Oregon tough a couple times. They should be able to beat Colorado. I mean, it's not – we're in Vegas. The odds are against them, but I mean, they probably wouldn't be as bad as if they were matching up maybe against a Utah or Arizona.
How's Oregon handling the fact that they have a bye, they have some extra time to kind of sit back and watch? Are they going to be at the game tomorrow night, or how are they handling that?
They're at least going to have some scouts at the game. They're going to split the coaches up. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with the players or not, but it's kind of an interesting scenario because all year they've been kind of propelling themselves with this chip on the shoulder, we're the big underdogs kind of mantra, and now they're the number 2 seed. They have a bye. Like, they're certainly not the underdogs in this tournament. They're still going to be trying to kind of have that motto and that mentality going in. But you're not really an underdog if you have the Pac-12 Coach of the Year and the Pac-12 Player of the Year on your team going into this tournament.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a chance to talk about that. Were you surprised, and how did they respond to those awards?
I wasn't surprised Altman got it because I think, if this award was given out for who did the best job coaching this year, I think Altman did the best job considering what he had to work with. Now, there's a lot of people that say he kind of helped make that situation rough for himself, but, for what he had to work with this season, he did a great job, so I'm not surprised he won that. I know Wayne Tinkle was in the running. I know, Sean Miller over at Arizona, that's who Altman voted for, but I was pretty shocked that Joseph Young won Player of the Year. I think he was one of the best players in the conference this year, but I don't know. I thought it was going to be either someone on Arizona or Utah, either DeLon Wright or, one of the 8 guys on Arizona that probably could have won the award, mainly like TJ McConnell. But Joseph Young himself, who's very, 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 very confident in himself, was even surprised by that too.
No, and that definitely was. Obviously, Gary Payton, the second one Defensive Player of the Year. I think that was a little bit less of a surprise. It was between him or Hollis Jefferson from Arizona. But, entering this week, what does it kind of mean from a seeding standpoint for the NCAA tournament with the Ducks?
If Oregon comes in here and they lose, I think they'll probably end up being like an 11 seed or so. But I really do think that if they can, win a game or two, get to that title game, they could possibly move up to like kind of the 8 and 7 range. So, it's not necessarily a huge range of where they could move up because, they're not going to out of nowhere jump up and be like a 6 or 5 or 4 seed. I don't think. Maybe if they knock off Arizona in the title game, there's a chance they turn some more heads. But, I think at this point you're kind of looking at that kind of in between 7 and 11 range. And